Hey, how's it going today? You're listening to the podcast by Mata. I'm your host, Podcast Joe, aka Joe Mata. Yeah, today we're doing something a little different today. Usually I have a live guest with me. Um, what I'm going to do today is we're streaming live actually as I'm recording. We're on the Periscope app. Um, those of you who don't know, Periscope is a live streaming app. It's really fun. Uh, right, so we guys, I got people coming in here. Ed Betzel, what's up? Hey, how you doing, Ed? I got Piano Man. How we doing? And Piano Man, he invited followers. It's a good app, man. You guys got to check this out. Um, we'll get right into it. If you guys here on the Periscope app, have you heard something called the Mandela effect? It was they basically named it after Nelson Mandela. I guess back in the 80s, there was a lot of rumors going around that he was dead when he actually wasn't, when he was still sitting in jail. And they came up with these alternative type things. Basically, what the Mandela effect is when a large amount of people share the same wrong detail about a fact of past events that is reality. So I got 10 examples here for you. Darth Vader does not say, Luke, I am your father. He says, no, I am your father. So, you Star Wars fans, check that out. See what's going on there. The Oreos, the double stuffed Oreos, does not have an extra F in stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but definitely you want to check that out for sure. Also, Curious George never had a tail is another Mandela effect that you can check out. Also, Sinbad was never in a genie movie called Shazam. Shaq was a genie in a movie called Kazam. Interesting. Also, Skechers is actually spelled without a T. The shoe Skechers, if you check that out, yeah, it does not have a T in it. Smokey Bear was never called Smokey the Bear. He was just Smokey Bear. Pikachu never had a black tail. For those of you who are into anime and Pikachu, you guys probably already know that, but apparently a lot of people think he had a black tail. The air freshener Febreze is not spelled with a double E like Febreze. Interesting. The word tunes in Looney Tunes isn't spelled like TOON like cartoon, but actually TUNE like music. And number 10, mirror mirror on the wall is never actually said. The Queen says magic mirror on the wall. So that's interesting, very interesting. Now we're gonna get into 23 weird or disturbing sex facts, and I just jotted down 10 of them. Old people have a lot of sex. For those of you youngsters, it's probably kind of hard to fathom, but yeah, actually, old people do. And there's actually, if you look this up, if you go to thoughtcatalog.com, and you'll find all 23. And they had with each one, they had a big long list of examples and explanations on it. And I wasn't going to go get into all of them, but anyway, I did write down a few of them for the explanations. Female orgasm is designed to induce pregnancy. The rhythmic pulsation motion of the vagina walls during female orgasm is designed to push sperm upward to the uterus and into the cervix. And you thought the real purpose of the female orgasm was pleasure. However, you were wrong. Yeah, I didn't know that either. So, here's another interesting one. Kind of ugh. The human mouth hosts over 500 types of bacteria. So, gives definitely want to make sure person you're doing whatever with, make sure they brush their teeth or do something or Listerine that shit or something, huh? Straight, says there's number 4. Straight men comprise more than half of the audience for the online transgender porn. Huh. Interesting. Number 5. The left testicle tends to hang lower than the right one. I'll pause to allow the visual effect for that to set in for you people. Ugh. Okay. Number 6. The female penguin engages in a form of prostitution. Researchers have repeatedly observed the female penguin exchanging sexual favors with male penguins that aren't their mates in exchange for pebbles that they will use to build the nest for their babies. Interesting. Number 7. 2/3 of the men and women have fantasized about other people while having sex with their partner. So tonight when you're having sex with your partner, I want you to both to fantasize that the other is fantasizing about having sex with someone else. It's the only way to keep the home spice in your life. So go ahead and kind of marinate with that one. Ovulating women are more likely to cheat. So you women out there, if kind of email me and let me know what your thoughts are, even the males on any of these. Let me know what you guys think. It says here, ovulating women are more likely to cheat. When the egg is sitting, Callie Ann, 619, how you doing? Recording a live podcast here. We're going over 23 disturbing sex facts, and I'm doing only 10 of them right now. I'm doing good. Just went over. I'll go back over. We just did the Mandela effect, and right now, as soon as I get done with this, I'll head back over and we'll go back over the Mandela effect again. Ovulating women here are more likely to cheat. It says when the egg is sitting there just achieving or aching to be fertilized, women tend to get a little restless, and if you can't do the job, well, boy, you're fired. I didn't know that. That's interesting. We'll go step down here. We'll go back to the Mandela effect for you. Mandela effect. It was basically what the Mandela effect is when a large group of people share the same, when a large amount of people share the same wrong detail about a fact of past events that is reality. And it was named after Nelson Mandela, when people back in the 80s thought he was dead when he was actually in prison and they didn't know it. Now here's 10 of them. We'll go back over it again. Darth Vader does not say, "Luke, I am your father." He says, "No, I am your father." Interesting one. And number 10, we'll go back over number 10 again. Mirror, mirror on the wall is never actually said. The Queen says, "Magic mirror on the wall." So that's pretty interesting. So, anyway, that's the weird, disturbing sex facts. You can get that at thoughtcatalog.com. And if you want to know more about the Mandela effect, you can find that on YouTube as well. Just type in Mandela effect, and I tell you, there's a bunch of videos on that, and interesting ones too. The one I like is the Oreo cookies double stuff. It's only spelled with one F. That's pretty interesting. Now, those of you who are new to my podcast, I cover a lot of various interesting areas. I cover the adult industry. I cover sports, social media, social issues, things like that. Sports, anywhere, NFL, football, pro basketball, baseball, WWE and whatnot. The adult industry, I do a lot of interviews with people in the industry. Let me get it up here and I'll show you some of the people I've had on the show. Um, I've had people on the show from Kelly Cabana, Cindy Starfall. Um, I've had um, people from the Hall of Fame in the adult industry, from Hypatia Lee, Melissa Hill. Um, also did one on real estate, not so much real estate as more of timeshare. A good friend of mine on the Periscope app, Becky Farias. She was on the show. She did a good show on timeshare, on basically what it consists of, and if you wanted one, what you would do to get one. So if you're interested in timeshare, definitely look up Becky. She's in the I believe it's the top 2% of selling timeshares, and you don't get in the top 2% unless you know what the hell you're doing. So if you definitely are looking for you know a timeshare, definitely give her. There we go, a little better sound. Definitely check her out for sure, for sure. Um, done some, done a few on modeling. I had a international model and import model, known all over the world. Jennifer Wynn, she was on the show as well. Um, Had a great conversation with her um, about her career, modeling in general. She gave some great advice on people who wanted to get in the industry, what to do and whatnot. So um, hopefully we'll get some more people in here on the Periscope app here. Uh, so we'll get some more people in here. We'll go over a few more things. I've done a few shows on WWE. Uh, I'm kind of not too fond of that product right now. I don't like the direction they're going with it. Just the storylines are kind of cheesy, kind of lame. Well, of course, I mean, if you're not a fan of it, you're gonna think any storylines that they do is kind of cheesy or lame. So, but still, I mean, back they had better. I don't know, some better wrestlers, but just the characters that they played were a lot more fun. Um, Nowadays, it's just they're I don't know, I just can't explain it, but it's just rubbing me the wrong way. And I do like what they're doing with the female division as compared to how they had it back 10, 15 years ago. So that they're doing good things with that, and I like to see how they're doing that. They're trying to do it with the male talent, but it's just that the characters that they're coming up with, I just can't get into them. I don't know. I can't explain it, but it's to the point where, I mean, 10, 15 years ago, I'd tune into Raw and I'd watch the whole 2-3 hours. Same with SmackDown, the whole 2-3 hours. And now it's like you tune in and it's like, okay, these guys, yeah, click. I'll watch the first 5-10 minutes of the intro, and see what's going to kind of happen, and you kind of get an idea of how the show is going to be, and of course, it's pretty lame. Like I said, there's a couple other characters I do like. Bray Wyatt. I like how they did his character. His character's spot on to where it would work now, and it would work back in the Attitude Era. Some of the characters, it's just like, yeah. Kevin Owens. I'm not a big fan of his, but his character, the way he plays it. Piano Man's back. Hey, how we doing? We're talking WWE. How he's doing it, he plays a good bad guy. He plays a good heel, and he plays an excellent heel. And even when he first came in, I was kind of see, did you get to my tweet a while back? I'm not sure there, Piano Man. Which tweet was that about? But yeah, as far as Kevin Owens, I wasn't a big fan of his when he came in. I mean, he looked like he was a big, fat, bloated 12 sandwich eating motherfucker, But obviously, he's got some talent. See, about being a guest on your pod. Oh no, no, I honestly I did not get that. But yeah, we'll set that up for sure. You go ahead and email me at the podcast by Mata, and it should be in the title here on this. Email me, and then we'll definitely set that up for sure, But like I was saying with Kevin Owens, yeah, I wouldn't get into him, man. Just big old fat bloated, cheesy drip. Anyway, kind of look like me right now, But still, I mean, he's done a lot of work. He's trimmed down. And I don't know if you've noticed it, but he's trimmed down, which has enabled him to maneuver better. He's a lot faster. He's a lot quicker now. Yes, that's it right there, and then at yahoo.com. But yeah, I mean, he's a lot quicker now. He's able to move a lot better, and yeah, definitely Piano Man. We'll definitely set that up, and because he's lost that weight, he's improved his skills, I feel, and his character is still the way he whines and stuff. He plays a good heel. So I'm starting to be, Kevin Owens is starting to win me over a little bit. Hey, there he is, Joey Giggles. How we doing? We're talking WWE. Just went over talking about. Oh, good to hear, Joey. Yeah, everyone, follow Joey Giggles here on Periscope. He's a good guy. Oh yeah. I was talking about Kevin Owens. How when he first came in, I was not a big fan of his. Big fat bloated 12 sandwich eating motherfucker, but he's done a lot of hard work. He's trimmed down a lot. You being a fan, Joe, you obviously know. When he first came in, he was a good wrestler, but now since he's trimmed down, I mean, he's improved his skills so much better. He's a lot quicker now. He moves around a lot more. He's able to do other things to where he probably couldn't have back when he first came in. So he's starting to win me over a little bit, And I was watching yesterday. Yeah, I was watching yesterday. What's the other one? TNA. And I saw it on YouTube. And apparently someone correct me, if I'm wrong. Piano Man Joey, correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe they brought back Scott Steiner. I seen that on YouTube. It's just like, wow. They must be reaching to bring him back. Yep, Scott Steiner's back. Yep, I seen that. What do you guys think about that? Piano Man Joey, what do you guys think about Scott Steiner? Yeah, I'm waiting for the reply here. It usually takes a little bit. Oh yeah. See, yeah, they're old now. TNA, yeah, exactly. TNA used to be good. The problem is with TNA is yeah. See, Piano Man's not a fan of Scott Steiner. Yeah, I understand that. The problem with TNA is all their good quality wrestlers. Vince stole them. Yep, yeah, they're definitely desperate for talent. Hence the case is why they signed Alberto Del Rio or Alberto De Patron or whatever they got him now. His name is, that's probably their biggest name right there. The Piano Man says, I had a friend ask me if they think TNA will ever go back to its glory days. I'm like, nope. Joey Giggles says, all the old timers are coming back. Yeah. Well, and the thing of it is that's, I mean, you guys know, back when they had the Monday Night Wars, bringing back those old wrestlers is what almost killed WWE. When they brought back, when WCW had Hogan, they signed the Macho Man, they signed the NWO and all those guys, Lex Luger, Sid Vicious. I mean, Kevin Nash. There you go. Exactly, Piano Man. I mean, they damn near put WWE in the grave. Scott Hall. Yep, that's right. NWO. X-Pac or X-Pac or whatever. I call him X-Pac, but but yeah, I mean, they almost put him under. And see, to me, WWE reminds me of Kmart. They're just sitting there thinking they can do whatever they want because there's no competition, and little do they know these other companies are coming up behind them. And if they continue to do the same thing, Walmart's going to pass them by. Hopefully, TNA or back in my area, we've got a big shout out to these guys, Pacific Coast Wrestling, PCW. They're all up and down the West Coast. They travel all over. I think they're as far as they get is like Nebraska. Yeah, exactly. They need to bring new talent, and not so much as the new talent. I think they've got the talent. What's going to sell is how they characterize these people. You can't. You got new talent, but you can't have him be some freaking character who's a good guy, but yet he's unappealing. If he's unappealing, it's just not going to work. I mean, that's why the way they had Kevin Owens, big old fat bloated. He couldn't be a good guy. His character it wouldn't work. But the way they did him, with him being a heel, is scoring big points. I mean, it's working in it worked on Raw. Now it's working over in SmackDown. To where their ratings are kind of off and on. Like I was saying earlier in the show. I mean, Raw and SmackDown, I would watch everything. I'd watch it from the beginning till the end. And now, it's like Raw comes on, I'll watch the intro. I'll put on something else. NXT, I don't know. I watched a little bit of NXT only because, they have some of the top stars that they had in TNA. Like Bobby Roode and a couple of other people, I'll watch that because I know that character. But some of the other characters, I don't know. This new era type thing with the characters, I just can't get into. I don't know. It just could just be me. I don't know, but I just can't get into it. How do you guys feel about it? Let's see. Piano Man says, right. I thought it was just like me. People think I'm weird because I don't watch NXT. I'm like, sorry. Yeah, I don't watch it. I mean, like I said, I'll tune in. Bobby Roode comes on, great. I'll watch it. But other than that, yeah, NXT can go fly a kite. And just like with WWE, like I was saying earlier, I like what they're going with the women's division, how they're doing that. It's a lot better than how it was the women's division 15, 20 years ago. The way the characters are, how they're mixing the characters in with each other, to where back then, you only had one or two top levels. NXT is like going down to watch your favorite baseball team during spring training. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's like the JV team of WWE. It's like, I don't think so. But yeah, but as far as the women's division, back 15, 20 years ago, you had the two or three, maybe four top levels, and then the other ones were the mid level, or even lower level. As Joey says, it's good that the women's division narrative is better than the men's in WWE. Yeah, yes, that's definitely true. That's what's going to keep them keep their ratings somewhat. I mean, their ratings have dropped quite a bit, and that's why they had the swapping of I don't know what they called it, but how they're switching people from Raw to SmackDown to Raw. They're trying to change things up because they're trying to boost the ratings on both shows, because it's just the ratings aren't there anymore. They put Triple H in charge, and it's just going down the crapper. But in a sense, it's going down the crapper. But in their case, they're allowed to get away with it because they've got no major competition. You know, it's kind of like a monopoly. You know, they've wiped out everyone else. There's no one else who can compare with them financially to put on that type of a big show. So WWE can basically do what they want. So yeah, right now, no major. That's right. There's no major competition. They got their biggest competition right now is TNA, or what's the name of that? I believe it's MCW, Piano Man. You probably know the one that Melina Perez is in. Yeah, I'm friends with her on Twitter, and we interact there on Instagram. That one that she's in, they've got it's her. They've got Rey Mysterio in there. There's Lucha Underground. Yeah, I've heard of that. But the one that is that what it is? That the one Melina's in, Lucha Underground? Because I know or the one that she used to be in. I think she's still hurt, but I know they do a lot of their shows on the East Coast, upper Northeast Coast, Massachusetts, and in that area. I've seen them post their stuff. But yeah, they need someone basically to come in and put some pressure on them, because they can basically do what they want, and let's see, they're no worldwide like that. That's true, exactly. And like I was saying, WWE can just basically put a piece of crap on a spoon and feed it to us, and we got to take it because there's nothing else there to watch. I tried to, I try hard to support TNA, because that's the only other major one there is, and it's just like, I watch it for a little bit, and it's just like, are you kidding me? This is what you got, and you want me to support it? It's like, I can't do it. Yeah, WWE needs new storylines. Yeah, they need new storylines, and they need to develop their characters better. I mean, what's his name? The one that looks like a milkshake. That gentleman, Jack Gallagher. It's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's like, you put gentleman Jack Gallagher in the locker room of the Attitude Era, and they would bitch slap him to freaking back to TNA or wherever the hell he came from. Exactly. Piano Man, Jack Gallagher, LOL. Exactly. His character is just like, are you kidding me? Exactly. Back in the day, the character's creation was a lot better. That's right. He's a mini version of Sheamus. Piano Man says, yep, exactly. Yeah, I think it was about a month ago. Yeah, about a month and a half ago, I was in Sacramento. I took my son, my youngest son, to Monday Night Raw, and it was an okay show. It was in the new arena, so I mean, it was we were in the upper level, but the way that arena is built, I mean, there's not really a bad seat in the house. To where if we were in the old Arco arena, Kurt Angle would have looked like an ant, But where we were, they were coming out, and you could actually tell who was who and whatnot. So, but he had a lot of fun. Character creation in WWE died after The Undertaker. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, they've had, like I said, they've had a couple who are pretty good. But you know what? Let me pull back on that one. I was gonna bring up a few characters, but they weren't WWE characters. They were from WCW, so WWE can't take claim for that. Another thing is Vince McMahon apparently bought I don't know if Piano Man, if you're still in here, but he bought a lot of the video catalog for TNA, and I don't know why he did that. I think he's basically trying to kill he's trying to kill their online sales. That was another thing on TNA I was watching. You can buy what was it? God, I can't think of the guy's name. It was one of their top level wrestlers. You can buy his DVD for $5. It's like, are you kidding me? $5 for a DVD? It's like, what are you guys making a profit on that? Like $1.25. It's like, geez, you go to WWE and you buy a video, it's like 40-50 bucks. It's like, what the hell? I don't know. They're exactly, but in the TNA, it's I wish I could remember the guy's name, but it was like a $5 for the DVD. It's like, geez Louise, these guys are sinking slowly and don't even know it. So I don't know. I just don't get that. But as far as WWF, or excuse me, WWE, which was a lot better when they were WWF. Don Owens, yeah, something like that. But I don't know. Their live show, like I said, was pretty good, and it was just the fact that that it was live. It was a lot better. Good show, man. I have to go get going. Okay, hey, thanks, Joey. Thanks for coming in, man. I do appreciate it. And when your next show comes on, I'll be there. I may not agree with it, but I'll be there. Thanks for tuning in, bud. We'll talk to you soon. Hey, that's Joey Giggles on Periscope, man. Take care. He's a good guy, man. He's got a lot going on. He helps out a lot of chronic pain patients with his foundation, JGF, if I remember right. Make sure you check him out, Joey Giggles on Periscope. He's a good guy. But yeah, as far as the WWE, like I said, it was a fun show. Bought my son, or actually I didn't buy it. My brother bought it for him. I wasn't going to spend that much. He bought him that Money in the Bank briefcase, and it was about $75 for that thing. And my brother came up and handed it to him. He got all excited, and the first thing he's like trying to get up and like go to the bottom. Like, what are you trying to do? He says, Dad, I'm going to run down to the ring. I'm going to cash this in. I was like, no, son, no, we can't do that. We'll have to wait till we get down, next time when they come back around, we'll get you lower seats and we'll do that. But, yeah, he got kind of mad this past, last time SmackDown was on, because they were promoting the Money in the Bank, and his is like the standard one, like they used to have, was gold. But now it's like a blue color, I guess, because SmackDown color's blue. He was hot. Oh, he was mad. Trying to get me to go down and buy him some blue paint to whatever, to paint it. And I was like, no, we're not going to do that. So, okay, we got someone here. I don't know who it is giving me hearts. For some reason, it's not showing on my... Is that you, Piano Man? You still here? Or is it someone else? Chime in, man, so I can give you a shout out. You got two people in here. I can't tell who it is. Say hi, let me know who's here, so I can give you a shout out on the podcast. We had Joey Giggles in earlier from Periscope. Got Piano, yep, see, Piano Man 282 on Periscope. Yep, that's him. Make sure you check him out on Periscope. He does a lot of good stuff, a lot of great info on wrestling and the WWE. So definitely check him out for sure. All right, guys, hey, I need to wrap this up. I got to get ready for another podcast. Getting ready to do a podcast here at 12:30 on the adult industry. My guest will be adult performer Sunshine Monroe. So you can find that on YouTube. Go in the search engine. Okay, all right. Thanks, Piano Man. Thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna try to do these more often. Get on, Periscope and do these more often live. So thanks for tuning in. But like I said, you can find us on YouTube. Look us up, the podcast by Mata. Mata spelled M-A-T-A, or you can look it up in the thing here, in the title. I got it, written down there. So make sure you check us out. Okay, yeah, for sure. Definitely email me, man, and we'll set that up ASAP. We'll see if we can get something set up next week if you like, if you got the time. So I want to thank you guys again for tuning in, man. I do appreciate it. This is my second one I've done. So, yeah, I would definitely want to thank you guys for tuning in. I definitely want to give a big shout out to the first three people who did my show when I was first starting out, and they didn't have to. Little Mina, I want to give her a big shout out from the adult industry. Also, want to give a big shout out to Melissa Hill. Melissa Hill is a Hall of Fame actress from the adult industry. My second show, and I got a Hall of Fame actress come on my show and to discuss the Prop 60 at the time. So I do appreciate that for coming on. Also, Eric John, another big name in the industry, came on my show when I was still real young. So I'm going to give a shout out to you guys. And also, Hypatia Lee, legend in the industry. She's been on my show. She's come back twice. So definitely want to give another shout out to Mina, Little Mina, Melissa Hill, Eric John, Hypatia Lee. I love you guys. Thanks you guys for helping me out in the beginning when you did. And the invitation's always out there for you guys to come back on again. So I want to thank you guys again for tuning in here on Periscope. We'll still be going here live recording. So thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. All right, guys. Hey, I want to thank you guys again for tuning in here. It's kind of a different type of show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be doing a few more of these. So if you like what you heard, follow us on the Periscope app. You can find us at the letter D, Podcast by Mata. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.